Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's Valentine's. It's a tax refund sale. Let's get inside and check it all out.
Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
All right, now tax season, right? 2017. Of course, you reward yourself a long year's work, and you sit there and you think, do I need a new car stereo? Absolutely, you need a new car stereo. So come to the Ken's, Macon, or the Warner Robins Superstore because the deals are on. Now check this out. We have AM, FM, CD, USB, mini aux input, plus Bluetooth and detachable face and a 200-watt amplifier with remote control. Ready for this? $129. If you want the color changing radio with the same exact features, it's only $159. Keeping in mind now, we are legendary for free installation. So when you buy a car stereo, if it's your first time or your 10th time buying from us, when you buy a radio and speakers and amplifier and stuff, we do not charge labor. It is free. We are legendarily known for that for almost 39 years now. All right, and then, listen, with the touchscreen radios, let me tell you, they have just been on fire. More than half of our sales now are touchscreen radios, and that is a big deal. Now, this is AM, FM, CD, right, DVD, full touch, right, everything's full touch, and it has Bluetooth and Bluetooth audio, right? This is on sale for just $244. Going down to this is one of their top of the line. This is a 7-inch, right, full LED screen, Bluetooth audio. You see it has the larger screen versus up here, motorized face, and this right now is, you see this price what it normally sells for during tax season, it's just $399. Now, you may say, hey, look, I like the big-faced radios, but I don't necessarily have to have a touchscreen. Well, please keep in mind that Alpine and Pioneer both make double DIN radios. That means two-sized radios. They make these with the illumination change and all that for as low as $188 and up. Sound quality is so important, right? So let's say you have a radio like a Lexus and you can't put a radio in there, right? Or if you got a 2009 BMW 7 Series, but you just want better sound, right? Speakers are very important. Look at Alpine, look at JL Audio. We even carry Quantum Audio for you guys that just want a super deal. Like these 6.5s during tax season right now are just $49 for a pair. Alpine 6.5-inch speakers in the two-way like this. Listen to these things. I'll give you a little sound bite. Listen how great these things sound. Amazing. Listen to that. The clarity is amazing. These are on sale during our tax season for just $99 with free installation. Right now, you're seeing a cutaway of bass packages because a lot of folks will come in and say, hey, my highs are good, but I really need some bass. We got bass packages starting at just $249 and up, and that's for good brands like Alpine, Rockford Fosgate, and JL Audio. We have a double 12 package you're seeing a cutaway of right now. Rockford Fosgate, $499, you get double 12s, that's two 12s, a 250-watt bridgeable amplifier, all the cables, the box, installation, again, legendarily free at Ken's, that's just $499. Middle Georgia's only in-store service. So listen, when you come in, let's just say, hey, look, I'm coming up a little bit short, Mike. You know what I need to do? We have no credit check financing at Macon and the Warner Robins location. We also do with Lendmark and our local financing, and we also have 0% interest for up to 2 years for qualifying buyers. Is that amazing? 4-month layaway. So get into it. It's tax season. The deals are on. Come into Ken's or the Macon Superstore and get it on. Right now, in the flat panel world, there is 1080p, which most folks call 2K, and there is 4K. But regardless, I try to keep as much as I can in stock, but I'm very, very particular. My brother and I are very, very particular about what we allow to go into our Macon and Warner Robins Superstore, because what happens is folks will end up coming and buy a TV sometimes with too many features that they'll never use, or folks will come in and they really needed Netflix and Hulu and Vudu and all that built in. And so we kind of like to make sure that we henpeck that from a pricing standpoint, but keeping in mind, everything that you see in our Ken's locations, everything that you see, we service. Period. Now, we're probably going to do a cutaway here in a second to our service part. I tell you, we have some awesome service technicians back there. They are amazing, and we have had service since the day my daddy started this company, and we will have it from now on. Now, getting back to the education side of this, when you're buying a TV, if you're thinking 40, try to go one step up to like a 48, because what happens is folks will get too used to it. Now, if you are confined, like if you're looking at an armoire right now and all you have is 39, I get it. But a lot of people will try to measure diagonally in their cabinet. You don't need to measure diagonally. All that matters is left to right and top to bottom. Folks will come in and go, well, I measured diagonally 54 inches tall, but they could have been like this or like this, right? So just measure your left to right, what you have, and top to bottom. They do not have to have room to breathe, so you don't need to worry about that. It's not like the old school flat panels where they got so hot and they would burn themselves up. There's nothing like that. Most of them have kind of a semi-glare screen where you don't have a lot of glare built in. But the coolest thing about them is like the Sony and the LG and higher being the same company, and Samsung. They're all very good in their reputation, but we have a tech support for them. Pricing wise, you're going to be 24-inch TVs are going to start at somewhere in the $149 and up. 32-inch TVs are changing left and right. They're going to start anywhere from about $219 and up. 40 to 48, you can kind of count on being somewhere from $299 and up, depending on what size you choose. And then when you get into the big boy TVs, you're going to be anywhere from $799 all the way up to whatever you can stomach. Now, that keeping in mind when we talk about big boy TVs, 75-inch TVs are now becoming a part of the Comet. As you see here, this is the smart tile that I have pulled up. This is what allows me to get into the awesome part of the Wi-Fi side of my flat panel. Now, this is a 4K TV that does 2K. This also has multiple inputs. But when you get into the smart world called X from Sony, meaning XBR, it comes with all these features. And you may come in and say, well, I just want to buy a TV with all of those features. Well, when you buy the best, you kind of get the best. It doesn't mean you have to use them. The coolest thing about all the flat panels now is they have a hard line input. So you can wire from your modem right into the TV to keep the speeds faster. Because a lot of you folks now do not use DirecTV or Dish Network or even Cox Cable. You're just using the Wi-Fi side of the TV. But believe it or not, when you plug it into your modem, which we do at Ken's, we can come out and run the line for you, then you'll have a lot faster speeds when you're trying to stream. So when you come into the Macon and to the one in the Robin store, make sure you talk about brands. That matters a little bit. Talk about features, that matters a lot. And then talk about budget, which matters a lot. And get with these guys, and they'll make sure they pick everything. I just had a guy come in the other day who needed 2 TVs. He bought 5 TVs. He came in on a Thursday, and on Saturday he was watching all 5 with his family. And that's how it rolls. ProMaster 2500. Now, a lot of times what we show all the cool touchscreen radios and all the subs and all the amps, but there's a whole commercial world out there that also is very dependent on the touchscreen radios. This is Pioneer's AM/FM CD DVD called the 4200. And let me tell you why this is important. This particular radio allows 2 features. It allows CarPlay, where I can actually plug my phone in, and this allows me, if I want to plug my phone in here, now this becomes my phone. Now, why is that important? Because now I can display my maps on the screen and not have to hold my phone right down the road. So actually my Google Maps come up, all my music comes up, all my text messages, all my phone calls and everything. And as you'll see, when I unplug it, it just disengages the CarPlay and it goes back to being a radio. Now, that is a super important feature for you folks that want to have all the features of your phone, but in a safe environment. Now, back to this. Check this out. This also allows us to hook up a feature called Maestro. Now, what Maestro means to you is I can go into this screen, watch this, hit this button here, hit this button here, and this will actually tell me there's my tire pressures, there's my voltage, what's going on in my car, right? Check this out. This shows all my features. There's my fuel, there's my RPM. In other words, it keeps all the diagnostics of the vehicle in this Pioneer touchscreen radio, and that is super nice because a lot of vehicles that don't come with those features, now you all of a sudden have those features built in. This radio is about $699. This mounting kit that makes it look like a stock piece is about $25. We did hook up the factory steering wheel controls where you can turn the volume. You see that's right there. Volume control goes up and down. You can actually do that from the steering wheel like stock. It also has a factory installed ProMaster backup camera. Again, this is all feeding into the commercial world. So check out this view so I can see what's going on. It's amazing. Look at that. It will see about a good 55 feet, but I love that it has the lines built in because when you're driving one of these giant ProMasters, this is what my men drive as well, you really get close to things faster than you think. Now, it has a 200-watt amplifier. It has Bluetooth built in as well. So check this out. So if I don't dock my radio, right, I can go in here and I've got a Bluetooth way of playing my music. So here it'll come up, and I can actually feed my music from the dock, or I can feed it from here, right? There it is, streaming from here, right? So if I just have it in my pocket or I just want to put it in the glove box and charge it, I can do that as well. And it's actually really, really great sounding. It has a 200-watt amplifier built in. You can do color palettes and change everything out as well, right? But truly, for $699. Now, the Maestro harness is a different price, and there's a price if you want your steering wheel controls. So all of those things kind of come in a package deal from us. Backup cameras are anywhere from about $150 and up, depending on which one you buy. But what you want to do is you want to come in, and again, I'm kind of talking to you guys that do what we do for a living. You're out there on the road all the time in these vans and stuff. This really keeps the environment very, very safe. Now, we still install every bit of it for free. All right, so he dropped this vehicle off yesterday, right? And here he's picking up the next day. He's got his Google Maps built in. He's got a way to dock his phone. He's got a backup camera. He's got Bluetooth. He's got Bluetooth audio. Everything is nice and smooth and safe. He's got factory steering wheel controls. I mean, y'all, in the commercial world, this just makes everything easier for us to do business, and that is awesome. All right, when you come into our superstores, let me tell you, we're going to have a Bluetooth set up because a lot of folks will come in and want a simple Bluetooth speaker like this is the JBL, and let me tell you about it. It controls from your phone, of course, and it has this cool LED structure light system built in, but it actually, even like if it's across the room, you can see it has a volume meter built into it. As you turn it up, listen to the sound bite.
They'll say you could do anything. They'll say that I was clever. If we go
That's amazing. And I love that piece, and you can change this to all type. They have actually a JBL app that you can download, and you can change all kind of light and stuff like that. Now, when you come in, we carry the Clips Groove, which this is one of the #1 rated right now. It's $129 bucks. Of course, the JBL, this is the waterproof version of that, which means it can sit outside. It's $299 bucks. And then if you just want a nice desktop system for your office or for your house, Yamaha has come out with their new stuff right here. This is their new desktop called the Audio System 141, right? And then we have the 020, which is this. Now, that being said, I need you to hear the sound bite of this thing. This is ridiculous. That is unbelievable amount of bass. It's got a small subwoofer built into it. It has a USB thumb drive on the top, and it has Bluetooth built in. And this is just 219 bucks from Yamaha. So when you come in, just look on either one of the stores and kind of get your groove on and figure out what fits your fancy and fits your pocketbook. All right, now, this is my son Justin. You've seen him many times, and what we do is we come in behind or work with carpentry guys and builders and cabinet guys and kind of give us a little rundown what happened here.
We actually got the privilege to work with Prodigy Woodworks today,
right?
And this is Prodigy, and this and all of this is Ken Stereo. This works flawlessly when we can get together with a builder. Joey Battle was her builder. Prodigy Builders, like I said, made this cabinet, and us got all together, which makes everything seamless. You see how flush this TV is. The space is perfect. We have a racks that actually can pull out.
This makes it easy to service.
Gosh,
yes.
So easy. Putting everything in here it really was an absolute dream to work with these guys and be able to pull our racks out and service everything. Everything's perfect. So if she calls on Super Bowl Sunday, I'm not, I have to go over there. Okay, this is gonna be an easy fix because everything's right here and accessible. It's really, really quick and easy for me from an installer standpoint, and she doesn't have to take time out of her schedule, her very busy schedule, for me to come in and spend 2 hours tearing everything apart.
The coolest thing about this is it's Sony's newest 55-inch 4K. So when he called me, he said, "Look, I want to build this cavity where it can kind of sit back in there, and you don't have it sitting out in the middle of the living room, which is nice." Look at the picture quality; it's amazing. This is the new MX780. This remote control controls everything in the system. Now, what's important to know about the newer remote controls is he absolutely programs them from his computer. It makes it very simple for him to make changes on the fly, if you want to make that sense. Now, this is also a Sonos house. That's what these white blocks are. Sonos means that she has not 1, 2, 3. She has 4 zones of Sonos throughout the house that she can control from her phone or her iPad or her tablet or whatever she's doing, because they have an amazing backyard, amazing pool, and all kind of stuff everywhere. Also, with this, she's allowed to stream. So now she has her Netflix, her Pandora, her Hulu, Vudu, YouTube, everything you want to do. But it's all accessible. But look at this. When she's done with this and she just wants to put this stuff back in place, all this closes up, and you don't lose the decor of the cabinet. She said, the #1 thing is, Michael, I got to be able to hear. This is Klipsch's new G42, and listen to the soundbite. It's just about clarity.
It's the one everyone wants to live in, but few can afford.
Everything's simple and easy. This is at a long array of speakers all the way across.
Joanna Gaines. Look how strong he is.
What it is sometimes folks, when they come in, they're saying, "Look, I want you to design me a system," and he'll come in and design a system, and it's not about surround sound, right?
Exactly. Yeah, this is just simple and elegant. So she went white and very simple, a little bit contemporary with the clash of the historic Macon, because she is actually in the historic part, the Ingleside area. And so this isn't all about flashy and big bass and whatever. This is just, I want to come in, I want to chill, but I want to still hear and I want to enjoy what I'm seeing and hearing.
Now listen, and let me tell you what's cool about this, is they recently had someone come out, I won't mention their name, but they ran some coax out the back. It was just for the cable side, and they ran it down the side of the house. I'm sure you've seen a we were laughing because we're totally in shock that this got done this way. They actually have basically contracted Justin to come back and move the wire that someone else ran so they could have cable TV, so we get it all in place. So we're going to come out and do a cleanup outside, because look, when JJ and his crew come in and do what they did on the inside, this, and Prodigy and Joey Battle, bam. All right, Corvette ZR1, this is the absolute best of the best and the fastest of the fastest, and it does not matter what you own. everybody respects a Corvette, and then you show them a Z06, and then you show them the ZR1, which is absolutely the best. So all that being said, he came in and said, hey, look, I got a factory stereo. It doesn't actually have all the creature comforts that I like to have. So here's what we did. This kit is made by Metra, and this allows us to put in a 6 or a 7-inch touchscreen. This is AM, FM, CD, DVD, navigation built in. It does have Bluetooth. It does have Bluetooth audio so that I can stream. But then more importantly, this thing has a magnificent sound quality, and we can tie into your factory Bose speakers if you're a Corvette guy and just add a sub like you did in the hatchback here. We had a JL Audio sub, a JL Audio amplifier, and an Alpine 10-inch 8-inch sub, and that allows us to have some bass. Now, the system sounded pretty good, but it really did need some bottom end to go with it. Now, in the center console, just peek right over here, we have a bass knob so we can turn the bass up and down, right? And we have a way for him to plug in a USB, because these have mirroring built in so that you can use your Apple or your Droid devices and use all your CarPlay stuff up here, like your Google Maps and all that can be built in, or you can use the maps built in the radio. So it kind of does the best of all worlds when you look at it this way. All the factory steering wheel controls work. Check this out. So I can turn that up, I can turn it down, all just like a factory setup, and we put a backup camera. Now, this being a race car slash sports car slash exotic car, you only have so much window space you can see because of it being what it is, right? So by putting on these new cameras, they have 128 degrees of viewing, right? You can see there's our Ken sign all the way to the other side, but it also now comes with these markers right here to let you know that, you know, how close you're getting to the wall before you do damage to your magnificent $1 million sports car like we're in right now. All right, now from a sound quality standpoint, now listen, this is factory Bose speakers, but you're taking a factory radio that had about an 18-watt amplifier RMS power to about a 200-watt amplifier, right? So you get so much more sound quality. Listen to this. Lots of clarity, and this thing has a real equalizer built into it, so I can adjust my sound quality. Check this out. Boom. This allows me to do anything I want, set it any way that I want to set it, which is really nice. Now, all of the touchscreen radios are a couple $100 and up. This particular one is going to be anywhere from $7.99 and up because it has the nav mounts built into it. But listen, end of the day, folks, look, I have factory steering wheel controls. I have Bluetooth up here where I can talk wirelessly. I can stream my music. I can plug my music in and charge my phone. I have a backup camera. I can add satellite radio. I can do anything I want to do, and that subwoofer took up about 8% of his hatch, so he can still travel like he wants to travel in this amazing, amazing car. Guys, my guys did this in one day, and this is how it is done. All right, listen. That is unbelievable. That is the PV Impulse 1015. It's a very common speaker that we put in churches because they hold a tremendous amount of power. The clarity is there. They come in a black or a white finish depending on how your church is set up. But they also are made, guess what, for a club environment. They have a version called PVX and a version called SP series that's made that even holds more power than that big mama does. It comes a 10, a 12, and a 15, but they're $599 a piece. And let me tell you, they're just about bulletproof, and that is an amazing word for me to say to you, because what we do is we run these things so very hard to make sure that you can run them so very hard. Now, that being said, PV speakers start anywhere from $199 and up. We carry PV, JBL being around $229 and up. We also carry Yamaha being around $229 and up for speakers. Now, I'm talking about speakers that you have for the next decade. Now, in our Pro Sound store in Macon, it's right next to our main store, we keep an inventory of PA equipment. We redid this entire store from last year because we were kind of trying to fit what we mostly did. And what we mostly do is PA, right? We do a lot of drums and a lot of keyboards and a lot of portable PA and a lot of microphones. So this whole store has kind of been revamped. So when you come in and talk to Richie or John Carter, just walk through here and figure out what kind of fits your budget. We got amplifiers starting at $299, right? We got speakers, like I said, starting at $199, and we can come out and do the entire setup. Now, for you folks that are doing a commercial setup for music or you're doing a church, call me. My number comes up on the screen because I'll come out and then I'll get with these rocket scientists at our music store and decide what fits your budget and what most of all will last you and last you and last you a long, long time. Now, another thing you need to remember is, from a brand standpoint, microphones right now, Shure is on fire. The companies like Behringer, called the Pro Series, the X32, they are on fire. If you want to look online, kind of get you a little education in that area. And then this is one of my favorite specials right here. This is called the PV Escort. This is a portable PA. You can get it with or without the Bluetooth. It comes amplified. All this stuff will fold down into this system. And listen to this. This is PV quality. This is a hard shell, which means it can handle being in the weather. $699 right now. I ordered a dozen of these things. They are going super fast. So get out here into our Pro Sound store and just let me let you know the PA sale is on. All right, all you folks at Christmas that missed because we sold out of the hoverboard world, again, we only carry the very best that you can possibly buy, and I have these, and just have come back in the red, or they call it garnet, and black. The quality of these things is ridiculous. Look at this thing, is absolutely amazing. Got the 8-inch wheels, which are very, very nice. When you come in, listen, just mention that it's the tax season sale, because guess what? $399.
Up here in an attic, doing some cameras today. Yeehaw. Duplex house. Difficult job, but we gonna get it done. This is over the garage here. Going to get some cameras to watch the driveway so we know who pulls up. Maybe get a license plate number when they pull up. Also, doing one inside the carport. This is the outside of our house. You see we got wire up, so we got front door, we have a front yard camera. She had existing cameras which we're gonna leave up just kind of as a deterrent, because obviously it's gonna be a little more difficult for people to use those. We're gonna have one right there in that corner. And then we got this one right here. This is gonna be for our driveway. We have a carport. We have this nice little shed back here, the storage shed. So we're gonna have a camera right here that's actually gonna be dedicated for that storage shed so we can see what goes on there. And then we have a camera down here that's gonna catch our back doors in our backyard. Okay, so now we are upstairs in what I'm gonna call our mission control center. And these boxes right here, these are actually what it takes for your cameras to work. This box right here does lock, and it is actually our power supply. So this box will power 8 cameras by itself. The importance of having a nice power supply like this, you see this big rugged box, is the fact that our cameras have to see at night. So when they see at night, they actually emit their own light, which requires all 12 volts of power, period. So if you have a cheap power supply, now maybe 2 of your cameras aren't going to see at night, and then you're not going to catch our robber. This box right here, this is actually our DVR. So this comes in different sizes now. This is a 4 terabyte hard drive, which gives you about 3 weeks of storage. You can add another 4 terabyte to get an 8 terabyte. Which would give you obviously 6 weeks of storage. Now this is all of our wiring, it's all nice and neat, it's beautiful, it's gonna end up really nice. Now the important part about security cameras is being secure, so this couch is actually gonna push over here and it's gonna cover this stuff up so that the robbers don't come up here, because this right here, this is the DVR, that's your evidence. So when someone breaks in, they're recorded onto this, so we want this to be hidden and safe, and it's gonna be underneath this couch, so I think we're gonna be just perfectly fine.
All right, the coolest thing about this huge tax season sale is Clips did a little package deal, and what it is, they teamed up with Project. Project is who makes the turntable, which is Clips badge, which is really nice. It comes with these Clips bookshelf speakers that are powered. What that means is you don't have to have an extra amplifier for them to run. It has an amplifier, a 100-watt amplifier built into the unit. It comes with a remote control. It also comes with a way, if you can see right here, it comes with a way like connected right now. That's connected right now to these, so I can connect my Bluetooth to it so I can control the music from my phone. I can listen to my turntable, and it comes with a remote control and has an auxiliary input if you wanted to run like your TV sound through it as well. Now listen, normally this package is $899 now, and it comes with everything, turnkey, just like you see it. But right now from Clips, just $599. Bam! All right, the coolest thing, another way you can reward yourself during this tax season sale is, let me just tell you, it is amazing to get a sound bar added to your existing TV. It don't matter if you have one of the big box, big screens that's still surviving over time. It don't matter if you have a flat panel from Kians. It don't matter if you have a tube TV. Fact is, televisions just don't sound good. The coolest thing about this also is it has a way that I can flip over HDMI inputs to my Bluetooth, and it allows me to control this thing from my phone. Look, so I can turn my music. Listen how clear this thing is. Listen to that thing.
Even if it makes me blind, I just want to see the light. Breathe in, leave it all
Now, I bring that to you to make sure you understand what happens is televisions just don't sound good. They never have sounded good. Some sounded better way back in the day, 20 years ago, but in these days, you want to get you a soundbar. So during our sale right now, I'm sure you're seeing it flash up huge right now on the screen, we're gonna have soundbars as low as 99 bucks, and I mean really the premium grade stuff like Yamaha and some of the Sonys are $199, and they come with or without a sub, because a lot of folks say, look, I don't really care to have an extra sub. Well, the new Yamaha is $199, and the sub is built into the soundbar. It's really thin, so when you get into the Macon or the Warner Robins store, get your demo, because listen to the clarity of that thing. All right, thank you so much for watching our new show. What's awesome, you know, February, listen, guys and gals, it's Valentine's month. Make sure you make the most of that. I just put that it has nothing to do with stereos unless you want to buy them stereo, which I think is super cool. Also, keep in mind, this is the tax refund season, and super amazing, crazy, wonderful deals are on right now. Audio, video, car stereo, security, all that right now is wrapped into a huge tax refund sale. And keep in mind, we got the no credit check finance, and we've got Lendmark, and then we've got Synchrony that does the no interest stuff. So it all depends on where you are in your credit score as to which one you qualify for. Well, we kind of have all that covered in one big gamut, if you want to put it that way. Middle Georgia's only in-store service. That's a big deal, right? It's our 39th year in business. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for allowing us to do what you do. Now, in Scripture in Psalm 104, it says, I will sing praise to the Lord. I will sing praise as long as I live. What that means is once you get God into your heart, once you really fall in love with God, you can't do anything but sing praise. I've been singing praise in the bad times. I've been singing praise in the good times. But no matter what, I know that it is God that will save the day. And that is a fact. My dad, who's been gone for a little while, a year and a half or so, I found disc number 1. We are talking over 14 years old. I'm going to cut away right now to us sitting around, me and my brother, that's my partner, one of my greatest friends, and my dad, and us talking about service. It's awesome. Thanks so much. Come see us at Ken's in Macon.
I have the best job in the world. You know, everybody loves music. Most everybody loves video. And we get to do both every day of our life. And
with your family?
Right. And I get to be with my family, and I know that that with no exceptions that everybody that comes to that door will get the proper amount of service, because it's all that you and I have ever known. You know, we were taught by you to serve as good as you can possibly serve.
I'm amazed every day how many people call the store, and one reason people call our store is because we are the experts at what we do, but the big thing is that we got real people answering the telephone.
Right.
And, we got real people answering the telephone, and people are amazed. They said, well, I want to talk to Ken. I said, well, I'm Ken.
Service is a very big deal because it's really important to take care of the product after you buy it. And we're the only store that has in-store factory-trained technicians to service everything we do. And the reason is Don't Be a Duck campaign that we've had for 25 years is built on Don't Be a Duck, we service what we sell. We feel like service is a great feature that most people will need it somewhere down the road, and that we're an authorized warranty station on everything we sell. We have our own in-store TV technicians, car stereo, as well as any kind of video. We've been doing this for 25 years. We started on the concept of having only in-store service in Middle Georgia, and to this day we have the only in-store service in Middle Georgia. The good thing about Ken's is very important is that you can go shopping at Best Buys, Hi-Fi Buys, Sears, wherever. Whatever the price is, we're going to beat the price, plus we're still going to give you our famous in-store service, which makes you happy after you buy it.